So I am back now on the Manchester Ship Canal. I've come a short distance upstream towards Liverpool, and I'm now going to show you something that's quite unique here, and it's called Latchford Locks. Okay, and this is this particular area here. So this is where all these big ships are going to come up and down, etc. So let's go and have a look. So it looks like the river, you call it a river, it looks like when the canal it actually drops here, doesn't it, from level. Look, you'll see what I mean in a minute. Okay. So there we go. So we've got the upper level here, and you can see the Thirlwall viaduct in the near distance. Look, you can see it right down the ship canal there. And then we've got the lower section here. And you can see, God, look at those gates. They look really old. It doesn't look like this is used anymore, to be honest with you. I don't think they'd even open, even if they could. There's so much greenery and stuff like that here. So if we come along, we'll go along here. It's worth bearing in mind that this is actually a public footpath that crosses here. Probably one of the most interesting public footpaths that have been on. This side is definitely not in use. Okay, and it's weird, there's a pedestrian walkway right between the two, isn't it? But anyway, we'll carry on up, and there's the other gate there. But there's no change in difference in level there. Look, the gates are that corroded that they're almost at the same height now. Look, the water level there's no difference in that water level whatsoever. But look at the work that's probably gone into them. Look at that. So as we come along, these I imagine are the proper gates, the ones that do the work. Here they are, here they are. This is the one that does the job, look. So, a higher level is here, as you can see. Thirlwall viaduct near distance. Then, looking down, you can see the water coming out and the huge lock gates, which I think must be open automatically, or are they on a chain? It looks like they're on a chain system actually. And over in the far distance you can see the Latchford Bridge. Latchford Locks is in the area of Warrington in Cheshire and is part of the 36-mile long Manchester Ship Canal, and at its time was considered an engineering marvel. It was opened in 1894 and took 6 years to build at a cost of £15 million. The Latchford Locks were designed to stop the tidal flow entering the canal from the Mersey and travelling up towards the city of Manchester. Latchford enabled larger container ships to navigate the canal. There are 5 individual locks on the route of this canal, and in 1895 1,358,875 long million tonnes were transported via the canal. The tonnage peaked in 1975 with a staggering 14,816,121 long tonnes. The tonnage of shipping travelling up and down the Manchester Ship Canal has reduced in recent years, but only one of these locks are now in use, but it still is an engineering marvel. just at the side here, you can see there's another little bridge here. Look, you can see it hidden away down there, and the water's in there. Now, I don't know, because that looks suspiciously like a railway bridge to me up there. It's certainly bizarre. Let's have a little look. No, it does. It looks like a railway bridge. That's the kind of look about it. So maybe, oh, I see. It comes in and around this corner here then, does it? I see. So it's no railway bridge. It's just a massive holding area. You can see here, on here, there would have been a big plaque on here of some kind saying what's what, you know, a little bit about the Ship Canal. But it's actually built so beautifully. It's, you know, anyway, there we go. That was Latchford Locks. What a location. We're still on the Ship Canal and we're still at Latchford, and I thought we'd come and have a quick look at Latchford Bridge. So check this out. This is Latchford Bridge. Quite a tall steel truss bridge, and this is for the railway to come across here. You can see it literally towers above, and it has to be tall. Now, I think it's a disused railway now. It doesn't look like there's a lot of rusty bits up there, but it spans the Manchester Ship Canal, and I suppose it has to be that high to let the ships through. You never know what's going to come up here. I wonder what the biggest ship that has come up the canal has actually been. But yeah, you can see it's huge. I mean, this will tell you how big it is. I mean, there's just a normal sized house there, and yet this thing is above here, right above, look. So here's a better look at it now. The building of the Manchester Ship Canal resulted in the rerouting of several existing railway lines, one of these being the Stockport to Warrington line at Latchford. The rerouting of this line resulted in the building of this stunning iron viaduct, which was opened to the public when the first train was in 1893. At 280 feet in length, it boasts a height of 77 feet. The ironwork on Latchford Viaduct weighed in at 1,220 tonnes. The viaduct's life ended in 1985 when it ceased to freight traffic, but it closed to passenger traffic in 1962. The bridge itself now is in such a bad state of repair that it probably will be dismantled in the future years, as it is just not viable to repair it, but it just stands there like a complete structure, a giant of the Industrial Revolution. Well guys, we're still in Latchford and we're going to have a look at another bridge on here, and this bridge is just a little bit different, so let's have a little look at it. Okay, so this bridge is what you call a swing bridge. Okay, so this is basically operated, so what happens is this whole entire bridge just swings and obviously lets the traffic through. So we can look down there, let's get our bearings. We've got the railway bridge there, so all of these are in quite short succession from each other, but again we've still got the same sort of truss work here on this bridge, the famous lattice work that we've seen on many a bridge just lately. But yeah, so gigantic swing bridge. I'd love to see this in operation, but I don't know whether it's used or not. But this thing is rusty, it needs painting, it's not in the best shape. But every bit as iconic though. So it's actually controlled from this little building here. So it's got cameras on it, so it must still be being used. It must still be being used because it's a funny bit of history when you look at it, really, isn't it? So we are now a few more metres up the Manchester Ship Canal, and we are standing next to, or underneath should I say, this fantastic bridge here, completely made out of steel. Look at it, it's actually been painted. It looks really, really good. But this is called the Cantilever Bridge, this is. And it's a kind of iconic sort of, as we're getting into sort of Warrington, iconic bridge, really. Look at it, it's something else, and I'll treat you to going over the top of it, but look at all of the rivets that are on it. It's something else. Just look at that arch. Well, I hope you enjoyed our short but sweet look at the Manchester Ship Canal. There's some magnificent structures along there. But in the meantime, if you want to see any future videos, just like and subscribe and click the notification bell, and you will be notified every time we upload a video. Now, tell me a little bit about yourself. I want you to pop in the comments box what you love about Monumental. Is there any places that you would recommend we go and visit in future series of it? What you're seeing now is a hyperlapse of the Manchester Ship Canal, and it's really cool how you see those swing bridges just open. But I'll leave you there. See you on the next video when we head just up the road to Warrington to look at a really, really strange looking structure.